Next speaker, Dr. B. Lakshmi on the dais. The topic will be Vedic flower medicine therapy. Dr. B. Lakshmi is the first Indian who was qualified as a biotherapy trainer, an innovative of Biovedic flower therapy, a no pill, no injection and drugless natural approach which corrects the polarity of the body and heals from within by removing toxic substances and emotional imbalances. She has started a nursery of plants which assure peace and holistic health. Awarded 2 gold medals for innovative services rendered to the cause and promotion of good health of mankind at the World Congress. Honorary Vice President and Executive Member in charge of Ayush Wing of Telangana Red Cross. Ma'am.
Hello, good evening everyone. I am Dr. B. Lakshmi. I invented these Vedic flower remedies. My guru is Satyananda. He ordered me to write book on Vedic ecology. I have written that book spending 10 to 11 years of my time. And after that, he told me that don't publish it, establish it. What is the Vedic ecology I have written is, written is mythology. I have written Vedic ecology as Yagnachala. Yagnachala is the practical ecology of ancient Vedas. So in that Yagnachala, there are 33 primordial forces who always controls and operates that nature. That in Yagnachala, we find Ashtadikpalakas, Indra, Varuna, Agni, Vayu, all these things, as a geobios create the life. And also all the side Ashtavasus, Adityas, Rudras, and Ashwini Devatas, Yakshas, Gandharvas, and Naga, microcosmos and the microbes and the macrobes. After this, he told me, this is Gupta Vidya, you can't publish it. That's why you establish it. That was my big challenge and a problem. So then, because I am a student of yoga, I done my master's also in that. So I thought of healing, where it is there, where is that healing? So I find Vedic Upanishads are dealing with the life force. So my concept is healing life, not only the body. If you want to heal the life, where is life? The Upanishads and all the people, they said life expresses in the form of tattvas, tanmatras, nadis, pranas, and finally chakras. Chakras is the energy expression, energy's manifestation is the chakra. So I find solutions from the Veda, solutions from the Veda through yoga. Sir, how means? I have taken first the chakras. What is the nature of chakra? How chakra manifests? What is the role of chakra? What is the chakra's role in disease? Like 7 chakras are associated with 7 energies. Elements, 5 elements are the cause of the manifestation of nature. The earth, water, fire, air, space. And there are also 3 gunas of sattva, rajo, tamo guna. These 8 are the prapancha, manifestation of prapancha. But so I find this is manifest within the body due to the imbalance of disturbance of the flow of prana shakti of the body. So this is the Kathopanishads. They said if your Mooladhara chakra is not accurate, you find the difference in your bone marrow or bone. That is the structure. And when it is the water, it will manifest in your body. And when it is Manipura, the fire, it manifests in the digestive system. If it is in the Anahata, it will manifest in the blood circulation. If it is in the Nadi, that Visuddhi, it manifests in the Nadi Mandala, nervous system. And if it is in the Agna Chakra, it manifests in the form of hormonal system, monads, that is the reproductive system. So like that, chakras are associated with the disease. If they are imbalanced, you find the disease in that particular system. Like that, energy flow also flow within the human body through channels like nadis. 27,000 nadis are there. Out of that, 14 nadis are important to manifest the body, to operate the body. The Ida, Pingala, Sushumna, they control the negativity, positivity, hotness and coldness and neutral, like that. And like a Kuhu, Gandhari, all those cause for our urination, motion, sperm release, and this assimilation and the circulation of the cells. All these things are clearly written in the Shastras. What is the nadis are also do in the prana. They carry prana. Like that, even every system of world also they mention the 14 nadis, the 14 meridians, and some of the meridians are important in every religion. So the chakras are the main manifestations of the life. They produce life also. If they are in the out of control, if they are in the negatively polarized, they are negatively active, then disease manifests. So to balance that energy and life in a functional way, you have to polarize the chakras. You have to balance the chakras' energies. So then, what happened? I find each chakra also associated the gods and goddesses. Like a Mooladhara chakra associated the Indra, earth element, Ganesha, Balabrahma, and the Dakini, and the Kundalini. All these gods are associated with that chakra. So I don't taken as a, not taken as a gods or goddesses. I have taken as a forces. That force, that is energies polarizing in the positive way, they will help to raise your energy, your bodies. But if they are activating in a negative way, it causes the bad cells and a disease. So by identifying all the gods and goddesses in chakras, by Vedic ecology, I identify the plants which represent that particular gods. The plants represent the particular Devi Devatas. I used that particular energy, flower energy, on that chakra and to change the polarity and to make it good. Then I find so many diseases disappear like that. For example, Muladhara is associated with our cell growth, our what you call bone marrow. So why? That is, there is a Bala Brahma. Bala Brahma is a newly born creator. And also, our cell develops in bone marrow. So Muladhara energies are cause for that growth of that cell. And Ganesha is there. He is the more assimilating life and assimilating and making cell, helping to make cell. The Brahma is the creator who developed the cell. And also the earth element is the physical body manifestation. And also the smell, the tattva. Earth tattva, earth is associated with the smell. When you have a smell, only you get hunger. Without smell, no one gets hunger. Hunger means to assimilate the body. So that's why small children used to give that dhupa, a smell for their bodies. So like that, our body is associated with certain force which are secretly given by our ancestors in the form of Devi Devatas. What is their role is that energy doing that. That also I find 108 Devi Devatas plant energies to identify, to use as a nadis, tattvas, koshas and all these things. What I find here is the energy, what I collect is the flower essence of the plant. In our Ayurveda, everyone has forgotten about the prabhava. Virya, rasa, guna, prabhava is one of the energies which plant have. That prabhava is explained by ancient people in Veda. The prabhava is which is not inside as a guna or as a tattva, as a rasa, but it is outside the plant as a vibration, as a radiation. So, if, for example, tulasi, they never mentioned about tulasi in Ayurvedic uses. That was taken parikrama. And certain people tree, bale tree, so many trees are associated with the deities and the temples. They were taken parikrama. The parikrama is the observation of the prabhava of that plant. Certain godly plants has a prabhava. If you go surrounding that, that will heal you. But because of they contain more of the outer vibrations. So we find by Edward Bach, I learned that Bach flower therapy and how they prepare the flower essence. I went there and I learned that there they have given explanation. When the flower blooms, within 2 hours, they contain the radiation. More energy is, 14 meters energy is spread in the nature. They contain 2 hours only. So I find that preparation, and I went and identified so many God-related plants, and within that 2 hours, I collect that flower essence because they contain lot of vibration and the energy pattern of that particular plant. That is the God. That God plant reveals that, for example, Indra is a containing plant. Indra plant releases Indra energy. When they bloom, Indra energy will be there in that particular surrounding. So, by identifying more and more plants in the forests, in the mountains, now if they grow here, they don't have any power or energy. Because of the sound pollution, air pollution, they don't maintain that particular sanity and vibrations. That's why I collected all the flowers from the deep forests and I make a combination of that plant according to chakras, chakra deities. And the chakra also, when they grow more also, we will have a problem. When they low vibration also, we will have a problem. For example, Mooladhara chakra, I identified 2 diseases. One is the cancer, one is the diabetes. That energy is, polarity is more and energy is more, they develop a false cell. The false cell, which will managed by the body, they make a tumors. But in the tumor, the disease will take place. Without that cell management, tumor, you don't get cancer. Like that, diabetes, low energy, cell is not sufficient to create energy, life. That's why you get again false cells, you don't get energy. Like that kidney. Kidney also, not kidney, adrenals. Adrenals are associated with the Mooladhara chakra. You don't find particular energy according to your work or a thought. You will develop the low energy and the adrenals will be spoiled. After that, slowly, your kidneys will be spoiled. Like that, Swadhisthana chakra. Even also, the chakra is associated with the certain emotions. That emotions also go wrong. If Mooladhara chakra is a murkhata or a fear and ego, so the person is not flexible with other emotions associated with other elements or other chakras. They will develop the murkhata and all these things. For example, small children, they go without any listening and they going on disturbing. For that people, I have given this medicine. Within 3 months, they become normal. Like that, Swadhisthana is a medicine. The Swadhisthana is the meaning. Even chakra has given the meaning of itself. Swadhisthana means under my control. What is the element in the Swadhisthana? the urine, motion, this hunger, sleep, everything. So under my control. You can stop urine. When they give stimulation also, you can stop it because it is under your control. If you do over control, a long time you will develop the problems with the uterus and all these things. Like that, your voice, your any control, out of control, you are not listening to your mind. That also affects our Swadhisthana chakra. So Manipura is the assimilation. Assimilation means your food should be transformed by giving the boiling point. Your food transferred to rasa, rasa to 1/3 will be transferred to rasa, 1/3 will be transferred into muscle, then it will transfer into, become into fat, then nerve, then bone marrow. The transformation of these particles is in the form of atomic boiling point. So your acids and your fire gives your body the atomic boiling point. Then it transfers into blood. So that you need, that energies are transferred toward the body. So it makes food into energy. Then this Manipura is given as a money. Money means the jewels. Why this is jewels means your food is transferred into your more energy. It is a jewels. It is your that is called Shakti or whatever. Then you come with the Anahata. Anahata is a chakra without any friction, it makes a sound. That means wind is there. Wind, without wind you can't carry your life into every particle. That's why purification of blood and transformation of your good energy is taken care by Anahata. When it is not carrying properly, you may develop the heart blocks, you may develop the varicose veins, you may develop the swelling and the heaviness in the body. That chakra's energies are making it purify the blood and make ease. Without wind properly flowing, you don't get ease. Then Visuddhi chakra. The final one is Visuddhi. Visuddhi means Vishesha Roop se Suddhi karna. Purifying as a high level purification. It also purifies your mind, your soul and your body. Space is such an element. It purifies anything. The wind is not a purifier. Wind carries that energy and it leave there and it will go away. But the space is the center which purifies. Because the space concept is like this way. But when it is not going away, when it is coming back, you repeat again and again your old memories and you repeat again and again your stress and this thing. This helps to purify this thing. So that your thyroid will be cured and your psychosomatic problems also will be released. You will be free. Your thought again coming and all these memories also you will leave with your purification. So this is all chakras, deities, related energies I identified and I collected. I make it a combination to help the mankind. So yoga is a ultimate subject to do anything in our energies. But all the people, they can't do yoga. Simply they join in yoga and within 1 month they stop that. Even though get a benefit also, they don't continue it. Yoga is a subject. You have to continue it ever. But I identified so many people learn yoga. Thousands and thousands people. They never practice. That's why I identified these energies to give benefit to that mankind. And also, these energies I identified for the nakshatras, constellations. What is the role of constellation in our life? The constellation is a nakshatra. When you're born in the particular time, your wavelength is formed. Every person, they identified by their wavelength. The wavelength gives their personality, their nature, their stability, mainly their soul energy. If by any chance they got any disturbance by grahas and so many other energies from the nature, they lost their confidence. They can do also, they don't do. They follow other people. They don't follow themselves. Because they have an individual identity, individual capacity, individual manifestation, individual stamina, strength. And they accordingly they get their thought also. But they deny their thought and they follow others' thought. There the cosmic energy don't give his particular stamina or strength, because that wavelength, they are not following the wavelength. Somewhere the wavelength is cut down. So this nakshatra plants, nakshatra associated animal, bird, plant, stone, color, direction, dimension, or jati, yoni, 18 concepts are followed by the information is given to the nakshatras. So anything in the nature, they don't lose because they don't have emotions. They have their own wavelength. The man only with emotion, they lose their wavelength. So that plant energy, that plant associated the particular nakshatra energy, fulfill the wavelength. So that people, they come back to themselves and they do better performance and better life. So that's how I made nakshatra plants also medicine prepared. Like that I prepared grahas also. Also I prepared the 5 element deities are there. 5 tanmatras essences are there. By them I also made the tea. Physical element is associated with the elements. This metaphysical element is associated with the chakras, nadis and life. So I also prepared that 5 element tanmatras, 5 element energies, make a tea for a physical element, physical energies. So like that, the nakshatras in the Satpada Brahmanas, they also mention what is the Ashwini Nakshatra's character, what is their role, their capacity, what is the problem they are going to get. That was mentioned. That my son has written a book on that. You can have that, how the nakshatras, your help to you. What is your nature? You can know by that studying the nakshatra. So, this is what I have developed as a Vedic flower remedies. And also I have written book on explaining what is the tattvas, what is the kosas, what is the tanmatras, how you can identify with this kosa, tattva, tanmatra, difference in that, and you can identify and help the people or help yourself to get out of that. So tomorrow I will give that explanation about the life tattvas and tanmatras and the manifestation. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. What? What book? I have the... So I have published one book is the Nakshatras and Energies. Yeah, it is available. And I have written book on in Telugu, the sound and its important in life and in your healing. Mainly the Sanskrit syllables, that Atu, Ksha, they are also associated with the chakras. By pronouncing that word in a particular pose, it also heals your chakras. For example, thyroid is there. A, I, U, Ru, Ru, Lu, Lu, E, I, O, O, Ammaha. The 16 words. Akshara Matruka. They are also associated with your sound. The sound also create vibration. That vibration help to make your chakra clean. So like that, but it was written in Telugu. And also I am writing books on the Sri Chakra and manifestation of life. And some other tanmatra, tattva, panchatattvas, what are the role. Like that I am written in Telugu, but I have to make it translate in English and publish.
Thank you very much, Madam. Lakshmi Madam. So she brought in all flowers to astrology, a beautiful combination.